Hello, it's Troop Gaming again. Today, I'm going to be explaining how the feather could work in the actual races. I'll also be going over how the feather works in the battles, and how it could be changed to fit in the races. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. So, I went into the battles and did a whole bunch of tests on the feather. And the basics of what it does is it makes you jump in the air, and when you land it gives you a burst of speed. And anyone within a certain ring of where you're at will get damaged. If this were in the races, this would be good for a first place power up, since you could jump over things like red shells that were coming your way. Even though this is such a simple power up, there are a few problems with it. The main problem would be that in courses that have low walls, like SNES Mario Circuit 3 or GBA Mario Circuit, you could jump over the walls. This could cause a few problems since, well, you could take some unwanted shortcuts. But I can easily see a fix for this, since all they would need to do is add some really high invisible walls over the walls, so then you can jump over them. And they've already done this in Music Park, so you couldn't fall off the edge. So I wouldn't see a problem with them doing it with most of the walls, so you couldn't jump over it with a feather. Another problem that I've seen is that if you use your feather on a glider ramp, it ends the glider abruptly. On certain glider ramps, like the one in Waluigi Pinball, this would be a problem because you could fall into a place that you're not supposed to be able to fall in. But this would actually probably be the easiest problem to fix, since all they would have to do is make it on certain glider ramps like the one in Waluigi Pinball not make you fall, whereas other ones, like ones in Music Park that don't really make you glide from one location to another, they could just make those ones just make you fall. Another problem that I could see is that on courses with underwater physics like Mute City or Sky High Sundae, you could hold back on the joystick and take some unwanted shortcuts. But most of the shortcuts that you can take by holding back on the joystick, you need a mushroom to do those anyway, so I don't see a problem with keeping these ones. But on the actual unwanted shortcuts, you could just add some invisible walls like I said earlier. Another problem is that you can use the feather to jump extra high on ramps that you're not supposed to jump extra high on. This would only be a problem in courses with blind jumps like Sky High Sundae and GBA Boo Lake, but even then it's not really that much of a problem, since all you have to do is line up your jump right, which sometimes isn't that easy to do, but it's fine. And now, I have only one more problem that could stop the feather from becoming an item in the races. And that problem is the boombox. Basically, this thing is a feather, except it doesn't make you jump, but it has a larger radius around it, making it easier to hit things with. The biggest problem with the boombox is that the boombox makes you dodge blue shells, whereas the feather doesn't make you jump high enough to jump out of the range of a blue shell's explosion. The main problem with increasing the jump height is that it would make it so that you could jump over even higher walls than you already can. Now yes, I said earlier that you can just add invisible walls over the normal walls, but what if you can jump onto higher parts of the map? This would be a problem since you can't really add invisible walls to other parts of the map. Well, I've thought of a few ways to fix this. For one, you could make the attacking range on the feather bigger. Maybe so that it's slightly less than half of the size of the boombox, so that way it wouldn't be as big as the boombox, but it could still have some value. Another thing I thought of to fix the feather is to make the boosting faster. As you can see from this clip, the boosting on the feather is about the speed of a blue mini turbo, which if you ask me is not fast enough. I think it should be about the speed of a mushroom or at least an orange mini turbo, so that way it could be used for something like dodging blue shells if you time it right. Well, that's all I have for this video. If you like more content like this, please like and subscribe. And if you have any other ideas or like my ideas, please comment down below. And with all that said, this is Troop Gaming, signing off.